community experts, we're connecting with you. This is Connect by 3 News.
Hey everybody, good afternoon and welcome to 3 News Connect. We want to help keep everyone connected right now, and like you, we're following those shelter-in-home guidelines and coming to you live from our homes. I'm Monica Robbins, and in his man cave is Jay Crawford joining me. Hi Jay, how are you doing?
Hi, Monica. I'm doing well. I hope you are too. It hit me today as we were preparing for the show that we are now just about 3 full weeks into home hosting. It really is hard to believe that we've been doing it for 3 weeks already. We start today, as we always do. That's with our top coronavirus headlines. And as expected, more record numbers of Americans are filing for unemployment. These numbers weren't totally a big surprise to folks, but across the country, 6.6 million people filed for unemployment benefits just last week. Among those here in Ohio, the number is just over 250,000 people. That makes it the second straight week that more than 200,000 new claims were filed for unemployment by Ohioans. Good news, though. Government stimulus checks will start to be direct deposited today, and that is great news for many. I want to warn folks, though, if you don't get your money right away, don't panic. There are many that are waiting this process, and it is expected to take weeks. And air travel reaches a record low. The TSA reports the number of people passing through security dropped by nearly 50% over the past month.
Well done, Ohio. We paid attention, we listened to guidance, we sheltered at home, and we managed to flatten the curve so that our hospitals won't be overwhelmed when this virus hits its peak. Metro Health released its own lower numbers this week, and the state agrees, but don't think you can give up your mask just yet.
Don't stop doing what you're doing. That's what these models are showing.
We should not go back to normal. We need to maintain some social distancing. We need to continue with the hand hygiene. We need to continue to stay home when we're sick. We need to be isolated if we're suspected. All of those things need to continue to happen. The question is if this is going to be sustained over months.
We may have avoided the giant surge in cases thanks to our diligence, but if we stop it now with a virus that still has no treatment or cure, we will likely find ourselves in a crisis like other states are dealing with. The peak is still predicted for late April, early May. The Ohio Hospital Association model predicts at the highest point on April 25th, about 2,500 people would be hospitalized with the virus. The state predicts we would see about 1,600 cases per day. Metro Health projects about 1,800 cases per day and a series of cluster surges throughout the rest of the year.
We have social contacts that are reduced somewhere between 70 and 95%. That changes it from a pandemic model to a cluster and network model.
So we may have avoided the giant surge in cases, but if we stop now with a virus that still has no treatment or cure, we're likely going to find ourselves in the same kind of situation that other states are finding themselves in a crisis. So public health officials and caregivers are going to have to figure out a way to bring us into a new normal. That normal is still going to feature masks. It is still going to feature us keeping a 6-foot distance apart from each other. But as long as we follow that distance, we can buy ourselves time, hopefully for a vaccine or at least a solid treatment, Jay.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're looking for right now. Well, Monica, one of the biggest concerns at this point is what it has been for a while, and that's the shortage of personal protective equipment, or as it's been referred to many times, PPE. Governor Mike DeWine is asking Ohioans, if you have those N95 masks, those are like gold. Don't throw those away, because as we've been telling you, there is an Ohio company. It's called Battelle. They're able to sterilize thousands of these masks every day for frontline workers who are in desperate need of those masks here in Ohio. We still don't have one for every worker that needs one. Each mask can be sterilized up to 20 times. Well, here's a big breakthrough providing hope. Metro Health will soon be able to test healthcare workers' blood for COVID-19 antibodies. That is a big game changer. The hospital hopes to begin using this test as early as Monday. That's big because the FDA-approved test can be used to determine who has been exposed to the virus by looking at their immune response, as well as identifying those who were asymptomatic. This is key to helping hospitals more safely position frontline workers. Metro is also planning a clinical trial with it as well. If you get a chance tonight and you're in the area, take a glance at the downtown skyline. It should be something to see. It's going to shine bright for all of those working on the front line to fight this coronavirus pandemic. At sunset, Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, Terminal Tower, the Cleveland Clinic Pavilion water feature, and more will light up in honor of our healthcare workers. In fact, Monica, we're all being encouraged to join in by turning on whatever outside lights we have at home. Should be a very cool sight. Monica?
We all need to light up the night. Thanks, Jay. Now more than ever, people need help, though, putting food on the table. And food banks are struggling to keep up with the increased demand due to the impact of COVID-19. And 3 News is trying to help. And you can, too. Austin Love has more on a special drive that's happening today for the Akron-Canton Regional Food Bank.
The need, the questions, the uncertainty. That's the emotion of so many during this time, especially those in this line. Families, friends, neighbors, all in line to receive food at the Akron-Canton Food Bank. For so many, they never thought they'd be in this line, but now they're relying on it. Because of COVID-19, the need has never been higher, and local food banks have never been pushed harder. At a typical distribution day, the Akron-Canton Food Bank will serve 400 families. Last week, they served more than 1,200. For 61% of those families, it's the first time they had ever utilized the food bank. They distributed up to 250,000 pounds of food per day, the normal 130,000 pounds. According to Food Bank President and CEO Dan Flowers, at this rate, the food bank has enough to operate for just 12 days. Today, WKYC, in partnership with Barnett Management, is doing our part to help with a fundraiser. All day, we are reaching out to the community for donations. Those donations will be matched up to $100,000 thanks to anonymous donors. If the goal is met, 800,000 meals can be provided to the food bank's 8 county locations, helping put a meal on a neighbor's plate, providing nourishment and hope during unprecedented times.
And today you can join WKYC and Barnett Management in helping to feed our neighbors. Just go to the AkronCantonFoodBank.org or call 330-535-6900. And remember, we are all in this together. All right, we'll be back after the break. And Akron isn't the only place you can find food if there is a need. There's also a drive-through distribution center going on in Cleveland right now. The Greater Cleveland Food Bank is distributing food at the Muni lot on South Marginal Road, and that's happening from 2 until 6. You must be pre-registered to get food, and you must stay in your vehicle. And we want to keep you up to date on everything that's going on with the latest facts on coronavirus and its impact. Get a direct link to our coverage on your phone. Just text the word facts to 216-344-3300. Remember, that's a text, not a phone call. There's the number right there. 3 News Connect. We'll be right back after the break.
Injured?
Now, Gervais Vineyard in Canton is known for its hand sanitizer, and now it's giving it to the public. You have access to it. Yep, they've been using their distillery to produce the product because they already have all the ingredients and the equipment, including grain alcohol to start. So the first round of production made about 3,000 bottles, many of which went to local medical facilities. But today, you can go to the vineyard and buy a gallon for $34. But remember, supply is limited. And Cedar Point season pass holders, listen up. Monthly billing has been suspended for the 2020 season, but temporarily. There's no word on when that first monthly payment might be charged yet. Like most things, you can imagine the park opening was delayed this year because of the coronavirus outbreak.
Well, Monica, over the past few weeks, more of us are working from home. And as we're finding out, that's not so good for our necks and our backs and our shoulders. We've been going to the experts to get tips on how you can minimize the discomfort. Physical therapist Dr. Katie Long from Metro Health talked to us about the importance of taking breaks, even when you are working from home.
So every hour or so, you should be standing up and taking a little walk around. Every 15 minutes or so, even if you're just sitting and working, it's important to get your eyes away from the screen for a second, just to give it a little bit of rest.
And that can be very helpful. In addition to walking around, there's an easy stretch you could do to help your hip flexors, which can actually get very tight when you're sitting at home in one place for a long time.
It's important to stretch them out every once in a while. Lying down on your back with your hip hanging over the edge, perhaps from a couch, can let you stretch that out. So holding it for about 30 seconds at a time, doing perhaps 3 repetitions and a couple times a day can help stretch that out so we aren't so tight and sore.
And in addition to working on our laptops, many of us are also looking way more than normal at our cell phones, and that can also bring on a host of problems. Tomorrow, we're actually going to tell you why you're probably holding your phone all wrong. Most importantly, we're going to tell you how to fix it. Well, you can't get to Broadway, so how about if Broadway actually comes to your home? We'll tell you about the event happening tonight that will bring some of the biggest talent from Northeast Ohio right into your living room. 3 News Connect is coming right back.
Hello, I'm
Three News Connect. The CDC has issued new guidelines for essential workers that have already been exposed to the coronavirus. They are loosening the rules to now say that if a worker is exposed to the virus, they can go back to work as long as they are asymptomatic. The CDC did reiterate that workers should stay home if they are sick. They're also asking employers to take the temperatures of employees before they start their work shift. Well, we know this virus is having a huge impact on kids. They've been out of the classroom setting for a few weeks now, and you know that they have to be wondering about the future just as much as we adults are. The Cleveland Metropolitan School District is working to help its students. There's a brand new program called CARE. It focuses on art and theater therapy. The class is run by Cleveland Playhouse, and it's mandated by the district and the state of Ohio. We talked with an instructor at Elmira Elementary on how to relate to your kids if they're having trouble dealing with their feelings right now.
Over the past 2 weeks, I've been using cartoons, right? So very short cartoons, very short stories, again, according to grade level, because sometimes when children see it that way, something clicks if they see it in a cartoon. And then just explain that we just need to be safe. They need to trust us on this, and that mom or dad or whatever family member they're living with, caregiver, is going to take care of them.
Another thing the program uses, and this is interesting, a teddy bear. The kids actually tell their secrets and feelings to Zebo, who seems to help the kids open up.
Whatever favorite toy they have, it can be a teddy bear, it can be a doll, it can be a dragon, it can be, I don't know, Godzilla. But whatever animal or toy they like, I think it's a great tool for parents of young children.
The CARE program is at 4 Cleveland schools. It may expand to more in the very near future. Monica?
Well, Broadway may be dark at the moment, but you can hear some of the theater's biggest talents lending their voices to a great cause tonight. Cleveland-based nonprofit MedWish is streaming a live concert event featuring some Broadway talent from right here in Northeast Ohio.
I want to just give people some music to enjoy and help through this difficult time, because people are sick, people are losing loved ones, and people are out of work. And this is a really traumatic time for everybody.
Shaker Heights native Betsy Werble is a veteran of the Broadway stage. She starred in shows like Wicked and Les Mis. But now times are tough for the theater community as curtains are down and shows closed through at least June.
I have a lot of friends who are sick that are not fighting for their lives, but a lot of them have been sick. We're all very nervous about work and just life in general.
Her friend Lisa Howard is another Northeast Ohio native, originally from Akron, who's made a career on Broadway. Here she is at the 2015 Tony Awards. I wanna hop on that ride. Now she's in her New York apartment, figuring out a new normal.
I am in my bathroom because my son's practicing his clarinet. So it's the only place I can hear anybody.
Today, I have to file for unemployment, to see, because all my sources of income, all the different things that I do are not happening.
Despite uncertain times, these talents are lending their voices to a great cause close to their Northeast Ohio roots. A Facebook live stream concert raising money for Cleveland-based nonprofit MedWish.
MedWish is doing so many amazing things right now for the COVID-19 relief. They need help. And we all want to know that our money is going somewhere where it's doing some good.
Yeah, there's actually so many performers, I feel like, that are from Ohio. There really are. And so many people, and I still have family in Akron. Betsy has family in Cleveland. I go back several times a year. So I still feel really connected to the area.
MedWish repurposes medical supplies for humanitarian aid. On Thursday night, you'll have an opportunity to tune in and donate.
It's an amazing company, and these are all personal friends of mine who jumped when I said, would you want to do something like this? They said, absolutely. They didn't even think twice.
Betsy, who runs the Music for MedWish program, says music has a special way of uniting us all.
And it's going to be a way of communicating, through music. And I think music heals. I think it's going to be a special night.
It's going to be, and you can stream the event at 8 p.m. on MedWish International's Facebook page. It is completely free, but donations will benefit MedWish's COVID-19 response and those relief efforts. So we do hope you will help. A local wedding gown designer with her own survival story is now using her skills to help those working on the front lines. Her story when we come back.
To 3 News Connect, we want to give you the 3 coronavirus headlines that have people talking right now. More than 340,000 people worldwide have recovered from the coronavirus. Makers of the popular app TikTok have donated $250 million to help fight the coronavirus. And we show you 3 creative ways to color Easter eggs this year with items you already have in your pantry. All of these stories are at WKYC.com. You can also find them on our Channel 3 app.
Well, the economic fallout from the coronavirus continues, and small business owners are among those wondering if they're going to make it. In Avon, one shop owner is challenging that uncertainty into action. Lindsay Buckingham reports this 3 hero is working to keep the frontline workers safe.
Spring typically brings a flurry of traffic to a bride's design. Wedding season full of excitement and anticipation. But this year, instead of booking appointments, owner Laura Smith is just trying to provide some comfort.
They're heartbroken. I'm heartbroken for them.
Brides like Jacqueline Hack, who picked up her gown curbside, hopeful that her July wedding will still go off as planned.
It's kind of surreal watching friends who have already supposed to have had their weddings that be canceled or pushed back or things like that. But just taking it day by day, faith over fear.
Smith's small business hurting, but her outlook is measured. A bride's design survived the last recession, and Smith survived cancer, not once, but twice.
You know, getting through that was definitely hard, but I realized how important my health is. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything.
Her focus now is not what she can't do, but what she can.
I've spoken to quite a few of my friends that are nurses or doctors, and my best friend is a dental hygienist, and she's still working on emergency surgeries, and she's really nervous. So if there was anything I could do to help protect her, I want to be able to do that.
Smith and her family are sewing. Those garment bags, meant to protect bridal gowns, are made from non-woven polypropylene, a material also used in surgical masks.
I put my whole family to work on making these masks. We're going to distribute them to the medical people in the industry.
With her brides still on her mind, Smith has opened her heart to those on the front lines.
It makes me feel good. It makes me feel that I can do something to help protect lives, and that's what my focus is right now. What can I do to help? We don't know what tomorrow will bring, but today I can focus on, and today I can help bring safety to people.
Lindsay Buckingham, 3 News.
And the non-woven polypropylene, the material in the garment bags, is in short supply. She has about 36 dress bags on hand right now, and each one will make about 40 masks. And if you know how to sew, University Hospitals is hoping you can help them. They are actually giving away kits that can make up to 10 masks, and you can pick up the kits at the following locations: UH Elyria Medical Center, Geauga Medical Center, Parma Medical Center, Portage Medical Center, just to name a few. And all you need to do is pick them up, and you can get more information on my Facebook page, Monica Robbins WKYC. And of course, we want to see your heroes. Send a photo and brief description of your nominee. All you need to do is text it to 216-344-3300. We want to share these heroes and their stories on the air. Again, text a photo to 216-344-3300. And we also need your help for the food bank with Akron Canton as well. Local food pantries are pushed to their limits right now due to the coronavirus, and WKYC and Barnett Management have teamed up to help the Akron Canton Regional Food Bank, and you can help too. A monetary donation can help feed our neighbors and friends, and we have all the details at WKYC.com, or just call 330-535-6900. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be here at noon again tomorrow for 3 News Connect. Jay?
We'll see you then, Monica. We'll also be along at 5 o'clock. Betsy Kling joins me for What's New. We'll see you then.